She'll be fine. Unmute my speaker. There we go.
Good. Happy New Year.
So wait, I gotta learn this part. And then
Who's missing the wish list sheet? Sabrina's missing it. Stephanie and Shane.
right here.
Okay, so I can share. Can you share it this way? And then, yeah, you guys can share it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to worry about having a cloth at your spot because I'm going to wet them for you anyway. Do you all have a customer profile card? Okay, you all have a makeup sheet that you're going to not monkey with during the party? Promise? Okay, and I would say that at the party, legit, would say don't monkey with that. So, microphone is going on because it's a lot easier to hear me when I use the mic. I don't use a microphone at my parties. Just so
That would be great if you did that.
I do not bring this sucker in.
Excuse me.
Like, could you imagine if I just rolled in with this? Like, hi, let me entertain you. I'm going to be your hostess for the evening. Okay, you ready? Check, check. Check, 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 check. Hello?
There we go.
There we go. Check. Is this the bad microphone? Scott packed me the bad one. Maybe I won't. There we go. Yeah, there's two microphones. And he keeps packing the crappy one.
You need to put like tape on it or something.
I do. I keep it just in case, like, that it dies and then I need an emergency microphone. I don't know who would need an emergency microphone. If anyone would need an emergency microphone, it is me. So I went to go train the new consultants on the profile cards today and then opened them up and realized they were all in French. So thank you, Stephanie, you saved the day because you fixed all the problems.
Okay.
So I personally don't use these customer profile cards anymore for mine. I just use the sheet that you have in front of you that's printed off. Those don't come in the starter kit. As far as everything else, though, everything we're doing is what's exactly in the starter kit today. Should you do parties with the rest?
First starting out.
Yes, then I would suggest these. That's why we're doing them, okay? So because this is what's in the kit, and this is what I would suggest because you're going to get good product knowledge from this, then this is where I would say to start. Okay, so normally at a party, is everybody sitting down waiting for everything to start?
No.
Have you ever done a party where it looks like this when you first start? No, never, okay? In fact, usually at a party, what's the big issue for you? How many of you have done parties before? Okay, what's the big issue at the very beginning?
Shut up.
Getting them to sit down, right? So we're gonna do that right now. So I want you to leave your stuff behind, pretend it's not set up for you, you haven't even looked at it, okay? And I want you to get your butts to the kitchen because we're gonna do satin hands together and we're gonna pretend like the kitchen is the hostess's kitchen. And normally they would be right beside each other, but obviously this is not right beside. So it's not gonna work that same way. And we're gonna do satin hands together.
Lisa, you're right here.
What are you doing here if you're dying? Oh, then I don't know. We're doing a spa party. When are we doing the spa night, you guys? 29th. So if you want to do the spa night with us, we're doing the full skincare spa night on the 29th at 7, yeah. Yeah, you should. It'd be good.
You're like, I'll be here.
It's good. Okay. Yay.
I have this porcelain model face.
I know you do. I'll remind you. I'll send you Facebook.
Where's your cookie?
So that you know.
I took him home. Well, I had a dinner meeting, and then so I was already out. So I took him home. He just had my roommate said, "Can I have him for the evening?" So as long as you take for a walk, to get an extra walk.
We all are.
Okay, are we ready? So now, what have we learned about the flip chart that you guys know? What should you use with the flip chart? You guys remember? Yeah, page protectors. They're so much better. So if you put things in page protectors, it actually bends, so it doesn't do this at the very beginning. So, little lesson for the brand new consultants in the room. You want a page protector. Yeah, those plastic ones so that the holes are there so then it actually flips.
Because it would be
No, I need 60 of them for this thing, but yeah. My other one, my one I actually use at my party, so this is the real one for the starter kit, so that I have one that I have modified slightly. So that one has page protectors in it, but I didn't want to use that one. Thank you for the treats. Thank you. Okay, so this is the flip chart. New consultants, we have 2 brand new right here, okay? So brand new consultants, here's the flip chart. This is what they see. Here's what you see. There's a script. And I'm going to be doing the party exactly like that today. Now, that may require me to run a little bit, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm handing out tickets. Okay, so it's your job to keep a little tally of how many tickets you earned, because I'm not actually going to run and hand out tickets to this many people, and I didn't wear my fitness tracker, so it's not really worth it for me, okay? So normally I would be handing out tickets like crazy, but normally this would be a party, not this many people, okay? So just keep a tally chart, it's on your honor, don't lie. Cool? And then I will just get your name and add the randomizer app, and we're good to go. All right, so who's gonna be my hostess? I need a volunteer. Lindsay's our hostess. She's right here. All right, Lindsay has been so graciously offered to welcome me to her home. I'm so excited, you guys. Are you so excited?
Yes.
Now, I know a few of you have tried Mary Kay before. So how many of you have tried Mary Kay before in the room? Okay, couple of you have had consultants. They've gone to Mary Kay heaven. That's cool, okay? They've, gone to different things or whatever. So I'm super excited because when Lindsay agreed to host this beauty experience for me, I knew that I was gonna be able to give her a lot of free stuff. And so tonight she's going to get to shop, and it's going to be based, of course, on your purchases. You've done this before. You know how this works, right? So she's gonna get fabulous Mary Kay perks, but so can you when you have yours. So I wanna know really quick, how many of you love the satin hands? That you did? Yes. All right. So before we start, I'm going to give you a ticket. If you put your hand up, everybody gets a ticket if they love the satin hands. Okay. So if you love satin hands, get a ticket. Okay. Ready? And then I'm just going to tell you that all we're doing today, we just washed your hands. We're going to wash your face. We're going to try some anti-aging, amazing skincare. You're going to get to try a really light, really easy foundation. It's already on your tray for you. And then you're going to get to go home with a color card so that you can play later or tonight, however you think. At your next appointment with me, you're going to get to try different things. So we don't try and confuse you with a whole bunch of products all at once. We just really try to keep it super simple. All right? So before we start, I want you to just tell me a little bit about yourself and what you know about the hostess. Okay, and what I want you to do though, and this is what I do, it's not in the flip chart, but I want you to make something up about her.
Oh God.
So don't tell me how you actually know her. Tell me a story about how you actually know her in your fake life. So I usually do that. I usually say, tell me a lie about her. And then it's way funnier. And they all laugh and they have a good time. And I give 5 tickets to the best story. So they have to come up with a really good story. And it's a good way to kind of get some chatter going, to kind of get to know them. You can see who's the sparkler at the party. You can see who's the person that is somebody that I want to be getting to know a little bit better. I kind of want to gauge their personalities a little bit when I do that. Okay? Good. That was my director hat. Now I'm going to put on my party hat, my consultant hat, and pretend. All right. Who can tell me who this is? Yes,
Mary Kay.
it's Mary Kay Ash. Okay, so Mary Kay Ash was a real person. How many of you actually knew that? Yeah? Oh, give yourselves tickets. If you actually knew that Mary Kay, and of course you did, but if you actually knew that Mary Kay was a real live human being, then give yourself a ticket because, of course, Mary Kay was a real person. And she designed this company way back in 1963. How many of you knew that she was a single mom? Yeah, give yourselves tickets. That's awesome. And she was struggling to make ends meet in a man-dominated society. How many of you knew that direct sales was predominantly run by men in the 50s and 60s and things like that? Yeah, it was. And so what happened is that she trained a man to take a job, and then they promoted him above her, even though she had trained him. And when she asked why, they said because he was a man. So in protest, and because she was remarried, she quit. And then she thought, you know what? I don't really like being at home. and not doing what I was fulfilled to do. And she was really, I mean, really, to hear her husband talk about it, she was kind of stomping around the house a little bit. She wasn't a very nice person to live with. She was not a person that would be okay with not having something to do. Her children were grown. You know, she just needed something to do. She just wasn't that kind of person. And so he said to her, why don't you write a book already? Like, stop complaining and just write a book about what you think these companies should be run for women then. And when she started this outline of her book, he said, you know what, we should do this. And she had been making a skincare in her bathtub and her kitchen sink that she bought the recipe for years ago and selling it kind of on the down low to all of her friends and family because her skin looked so good. So they took it to the chemist, developed a line, created this product, and then guess what? 5 days before they were going to go public, which means they'd already had the loans, they'd already had the building bought, everything. He dropped out of a heart attack and they pulled everything from her because she was a woman and couldn't run a company by herself. So nobody would back her, nobody would finance her. So at the funeral, she was there obviously devastated because she'd lost her husband, the love of her life, and had lost this amazing company that she was so excited about because she was a woman, only because she was a woman. She'd had all the business acumen, everything else, and that's the only reason why. So at the party, or at the funeral, her children signed over their life savings to their mom and moved all the way back across the country to help run the company. And we started with $5,000 in a tiny little office building in downtown Dallas, Texas. Now we are a top 5 global makeup and skincare company, and we are worth over $4 billion. How amazing is that? So that all started because Mary Kay decided one day that she was going to do a business for women that was better for women. Do we let men in? Yeah. I mean, we sort of have to, it's like the law. But, I mean, it's about a sisterhood. And yes, we do have men, and we have men directors and things like that. But we really are a community of women helping women. So I know that when I reached out to Lindsay and I said to her, like, I'm a brand new beauty consultant, and I'm trying to do these beauty experiences, and I need to meet your friends, she was more than happy to introduce me to you guys, and I'm so excited for that because it's really important that as a new beauty business owner that I get to meet different people and get into different circles, right? Because I don't want to be calling Lindsay like every 3 days to ask her to buy another mascara. She will not like me. So I'm looking to meet your friends, and I'm looking to decide. I decided to start my Mary Kay business. And the number one thing that made me decide to start my business, because let's face it, there are a lot of them out there. Wouldn't that be true? Don't you guys know there's a lot of opportunities out there, and there's way more opportunities out there now than there were for women back in 1963. And there's a lot more ways to get a side hustle going. Okay, but the reason I chose Mary Kay is because Mary Kay's vision was God first, family second, and career third. And because we designed our company based on the golden rule. So we never have to compete with each other. We never have to be a better beauty consultant than the next person. You are my people. You're my customers for life unless you hate me. And that's okay. Like, we'll let you cheat if you don't like me. But otherwise, like, I know, now I'll know. You never have to stand in the drugstore looking at the aisles going, what did I buy last time? Did I like this one or really hate this one? I can't remember. How many of you have ever done that? Okay. How many of you bought something and then immediately returned it to the cosmetic graveyard in your closet? How many of you have done that? Okay. Like that thing under the sink that says, I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to use this. No? Only me? I know you have, right? So how many of you bought something and not known if the company was good or not that you bought it from? How much testing they did? Do you know? Whether they test on animals, do you know? Okay, do you know that Mary Kay conducts over 500,000 tests a year to make sure that our products are safe? Do you know that there are millions of loyal Mary Kay customers around the world because they know that we consistently offer really good product benefits? And do you know that if you make a mistake in your purchase, that we'll just return it? No questions asked. Did you know that? So how many of you ever bought a scarlet red lipstick thinking, maybe this time? I mean, every other red lipsticks look like crap, but this time will be different. And you try it from that weird, gross swatch that maybe gives you strep in the, or a staph infection in Shoppers Drug Mart. Anybody? Yeah? Yeah, and usually they're telling stories at this point, okay? So usually it's a little louder, so feel free to be a little louder if you want. Hello, But usually that's what happens. So what happens with us though is that you can return it to me. I don't lose any money returning it. I don't care if you licked it, spit in it, or ran it over with your car. I can return it, and it doesn't cost me anything, and it doesn't cost you anything, and I don't even have to send it back. I just have to put the code in because we are a company that does green. That we don't believe in spending a lot of environmental money on driving things back and forth across the country just so they can throw it out. All of our products are recyclable. All of our containers are recyclable. We even have won major awards for being socially and environmentally conscious. And as well, we donate more than $1.24 million to the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation, which goes to women in domestic violence shelters across the country. So how many of you have known somebody or have been somebody affected by domestic violence? Right? Okay. How many of you have known somebody or have been somebody affected by cancer? So do you know that we donate more products than any other company to the Look Good Feel Better campaign, and that we have more volunteers than any other company with the Look Good Feel Better campaign, and that we started the Look Good Feel Better campaign because it was a Mary Kay sales director who was suffering from cancer, who in the hospital decided that she was done feeling sorry for herself and decided to just take her starter kit and go make other women feel pretty. And so because of that, we are able to say that 97 cents on every dollar that we raise goes directly to the charities, and it goes directly to women's shelters and to the Look Good Feel Better campaign. So when you choose to moisturize your face with Mary Kay, you know that you're backing a company that is ethically sound, and that is environmentally and socially conscious. You know that you're supporting a small business owner like me, who's brand new and reading this, okay? And you know that you are supporting a company that gives back to the local community. So how many of you know that about the moisturizer you bought off your shelf? Anyone? Bueller? Right? You don't. So what's cool about us is not only can you get all of that, you get the amazing company satisfaction guarantee and all of that, but you get me. I come in your bag. Not really, because I would suffocate. But I come in your bag, so that means that you never have to remember what shade of foundation you are. You never have to remember which mascara you like. You don't have to remember if you're dry or oily or combination. I don't care. I have it all in a file. So that's where your profile card comes in. So if you guys can look at your chart in front of you, you have a thing here called the customer profile. It looks like a really old school printing with the dots on top. You know those ones, remember the MacBook, the old school Macs where you print them off and you do that Helvetica banner? And you have to, you guys don't know. You're too young. Yeah. And there's always one person who doesn't know, so I always say that. Okay, so there are some questions to fill out on there. Now, no cheating. Keep your pens in the air. Whoever fills this out first is going to get 10 tickets. Ready, set, go. Yeah, really do. Really fill it out.
Even us?
Yeah, even you guys, fill it out. Because you probably haven't filled one out in a really long time. Would that be true? So I want you to remember what it's like to be a customer filling this out at a party. Okay? Why are you filling that out? Oh, you did it in advance? Cheaters. Cheater.
So I don't get
I know. But
So,
see, this is
Karen,
when I
did you
do it.
do this one or this one?
I'm showing you with that one.
But you
Okay?
normally do this one.
I do that one because I've already talked to them on the phone and I know those things about them and I might jot notes. But as a new consultant, or if you don't know a ton about skincare or anything else,
Yeah.
I would recommend doing that customer profile because I'm going to show you a hack with that. Was there an extra one, Stephanie, that I can see for 2 seconds? Go for reaction marks. Okay, thank you. It's never this quiet at a party, by the way, when they're doing this. They all yell, "What shape are my eyes?"
Yes, every time.
Every
No.
time.
Even after I tell them, don't worry about number 7.
They still do. What's Matt? They all yell. Cheated. Both sides. Not both sides of the paper, but both sides of this. Yes, you got it? Your name and address and everything?
Just my name.
Well, yeah, cheater. See? And I do it just like that. Okay? Did you do your address and your postal code? No, cheater! Do it! Okay? Did you get it all, Lindsay? Both sides. 10 tickets for Lindsay. Because no, you guys don't get extra.
I thought she was the hostess.
She is the hostess, but she still gets prizes. And I would normally give her a gift at the very beginning too, but yeah. You know. Some things you can do as though it's a real party, and then some things you're like, oh right, I do that. Oh, whoops, I do that. I forgot. It's a little different. Like that's the thing. Like if you haven't job shadowed me for a party, when I post a party, get on it. Okay, I post them. The preference always goes to new consultants, so I usually ask the new consultants first, and then I post it to the group. Okay, so job shadow me. Come with me to a party, right, Chris? Valuable.
Very.
I almost did one day, and then my daughter broke her leg the day before, and I'm like, I can't really do something with 4 kids.
Okay.
With a broken leg.
So at Saturday's event, remember, faith first, family second, career third does not mean I'm sorry, I can't do a party right now. I have to pray. Right? It means sometimes family comes first. Sometimes your business comes first. Sometimes your faith comes first. Right? So you have to. It's called harmony. It's not always one thing, you know. So just remember that, okay? Okay, so we've got 10 tickets for Lindsay. Here's my cheater. Okay, ready? How many of you knew this? Lift it. Lift it open. How many of you knew this? Oh, pretty good, Alex. Okay. There's a cheat sheet in here. So guests in the room, if you're wondering if it's hard to be a beauty consultant, it's not. Open this. Okay, and I show my guests this. I do this at the party. Open that up. Here's where the products are. Yeah, cool, right? Great. So as a guest, like, don't you think that that would be appealing to you when you're talking about, like, if you were thinking about starting a business and you're like, how do they know all these things? This is how. That's right, we're cheaters. Don't think I'm so smart. I just cheat. Okay, so it's right in here. It tells you exactly which products would be best for you. So how many of you looking at this sheet would pick the Time West Miracle Set as the product that would be best for you? Okay, how many of you picked the Botanical Set? And how many of you picked the Repair Voluform? Okay, and how many of you picked the Clear Proof Acne System? Okay, awesome. So the good news is that the majority of you is the Miracle Set, which is what we're doing today. Now we do have 5 skincare lines, so we can customize for you. And what I want you to know is just because you're trying one thing today doesn't mean that that's the only thing that we have. All right, you're just trying one thing. I don't want to confuse you with a whole bunch of stuff. So I want you to look in the mirror. Just take a look in the mirror. Get up close and personal. Make sure that the film is off your mirror if you have a brand new mirror.
Yeah.
Okay? Linda Rose did 10 parties in a week and didn't realize until her 9th party that there was a film on the mirror. So I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to think to yourself, okay, how old you are is totally your business. But how old you look is mine. It now becomes my job. So whether you're 17 or 70 or anything in between, we all want beautiful skin, right? So what does beautiful skin look like versus not beautiful skin? What does beautiful skin look like? Right here. That's right. Somebody always does that. Somebody always does that at a party, and I always give her tickets for doing that. Okay, so take a ticket. Okay, and then I say, okay, but really, like, yes. So what are the things about your skin that make your skin beautiful? It's smooth. Yeah. What else? It's even complexion. Yeah. What else? Think about the opposite of the things you told me that you wanted to fix. Clear. Yes, it would be clear.
Voluptuous.
Yeah, voluptuous. I like that. Yeah. Lifted. Hydrated. How many of you told me that your skin was really dry? How many of you told me that your skin had issues with regulating between oily and dry? Yeah, how many of you told me that you had issues with like making sure that your skin became balanced, right? Those are the things we're looking for when we're talking about beautiful skin. We're not trying to magic erase your face because a 70-year-old with no wrinkles will look super creepy. Yeah? Okay, right? So we don't want you to not age ever, but what we want is for your skin to look dewy, glowy, luminous, lifted, all the way into your 90s. How many of you picture somebody right now that you can think of that has beautiful skin past the age of like 70? Beautiful skin, right? Think of that. Do you want that? Okay, now some of that is genetics only. Sorry to tell you, okay? The whiter you are, the less likely your skin is gonna look that good. Very sorry, but on the spectrum, people who have less pigment are more likely to have after effects of sun damage, right? They're more likely to be affected by those things, and they have less oil, so their skin is not as lubricated, okay? So the darker your skin is the more likely that you are that you're not going to age quite as quickly on your face. You're still gonna, age the same rate. But that's why Oprah says black don't crack. That's why. Okay, because the older you are if you are blessed with more melatonin, then that means that your skin gets to look better and younger and longer. That's all that it means. So that doesn't mean you have to lose all hope. It's the same as, if you're a redhead and you know that you're going to lose your hair faster than anyone else. Sorry. That's the truth. That doesn't mean you go out and shop for wigs. It means you start using good vitamins and good things on your head so that you can stop that from happening. So really just know that if you are a little bit pigmentally challenged, then perhaps you may need to take better care of your skin than somebody who just luckily genetically gets away with it. Okay? So what we're going to do today is we're just going to solve the problems if we could wave one magic wand and fix your skin. Think to yourself, what would it be? What would you want fixed? Wave a magic wand, and I'm going to show you the magic wand, which is the Miracle Set. Are you excited? Yes. Okay. So the Miracle Set is what you guys picked on your sheet. Oh, no, I need them. Sorry. They're way over there. Can I have them?
Which one do you
Doesn't matter, any one of them, because I'm just going to use them to show and hold them here. So before you wash your face, nobody touch anything in the goo. Get your fingers out of the goo. Thank you. Now, new consultants, in your kit, you only have the normal to dry, so you have to squeeze the Combit Oily out of the packages until you order a full size ones, okay? Okay, so we have the Miracle Set. This is called the Miracle Set for a reason. We've literally never called this set anything else because it is a miracle. It is a premium collection of age-fighting ingredients, okay, that work together beautifully to deliver the things you need for younger looking skin. That's all. It's an easy collection. So it's 4 products. It's a 4-product regimen, okay, and it uses the latest skincare science to deliver younger looking skin for all skin types, including sensitive skin. Anybody with rosacea, anything like that. So a few of you told me that you have some rosacea issues. A few of you told me that you had some skin sensitivity issues. I want you to know this is a fragrance-free line. This is a line designed for sensitive skin. It is designed for you. It is the latest skincare science. Okay, so we're going to talk about all the things that it delivers. There's 5 steps to younger looking skin. So who knows what the 5 steps are no matter what skincare line you buy. What is the first thing you need to do to get younger looking skin and to take care of your skin?
wash it?
Yeah, cleansing. So tick it. Okay, what's the next thing you need to do?
Moisturize.
It's not. No?
Yeah, put serum on.
Exfoliate. Yes, you need to exfoliate. You gotta get rid of dead skin cells. And usually I would do this because that's what we did at the Satin Hats, right? Because I would do that. So you're going to exfoliate and remove some dead skin cells. And then, somebody said it over there, tone. Yes, you need to freshen to tone your skin and refine your pores. So freshening just means that you're going to shrink and tighten your pores so that nothing can get in. And you're going to balance your pH level. So that's the third thing that you need for really good, younger looking skin. No matter if you hate everything we do today and you're looking for another skincare line, you're going to see if it does all 5 of these things. Okay? Promise? Remember Scouts Honor, Girl Scouts, whatever? Promise? Swear to me. Cross my heart, hope to die. Okay? Swear? Okay? Then what? Somebody said it earlier?
Serum.
No?
Moisturize.
Moisturizes, yes. So if you said moisturizes, you got a ticket there. Okay, and then last but not least, what do you have to do? Yes, protect your skin. You have to protect your skin from the sun. And usually I'd be like, what do you have to do? And then remember I talked about white people, right? So, you know, you have to protect your skin from the sun and environmental damage. So that's 5 things. So how many of you have time for 5 things in the morning? Anybody? Ain't nobody got time for that, right? So what's cool about this system is that Mary Kay developed this so that it would take you 3 steps instead of 5. Super fast, super easy. So it delivers 6 more benefits though. So there's 11 total. So there's 6 more things that are essential to a really good skincare line. It smooths. It reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Who's excited about that? And they all start talking. They always do. I am, oh my God, look at this, what's that? Okay, it visibly firms up your skin. It softens it. So feel your skin right now. I want you to touch your face. Okay, you're gonna change this. This is the first thing people notice. You're going to energize your skin cells and you're going to renew them so that it makes them easier to work together. You're gonna get all 11 things in one set. So ain't nobody got time for 5 steps. You don't have time for 11, do you? No. What about if you could do it in 3? Would that be exciting to you? Yes, you could moisturize, you could cleanse, you could exfoliate, you could freshen, you could protect. Yes, all together. Smooth, refine, tone, all of that? Okay, great. So usually I would get the hostess to wet the cloths. So whoever is, can somebody do some cloths wetting for me? If you guys, did you guys take cloths? Just keep them for yourself and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many do we have? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Do we have 15? Jade, do you mind wetting these for me?
I've got 3 here.
You got 3? Okay.
Yeah.
So how many? Sorry?
We have 3.
You have 3. Okay, I'll take 3 off. Okay, there. Thank you. So usually this is the time when I go, all right, so I'm gonna get them to go get a drink. Get up, talk a little bit, okay? This is all I do is I just go, you know what? Okay, so we're gonna get back, once we get back to the table, we're gonna do the miracle sex, okay? So ready, get up, go get a drink, go eat some snacks. And then I say, whoever's back to the table first gets 5 chickens. And they run. Every time, every time. You know, I taught junior high, and I could do that every time. Or I'd be like, we're ready to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, they run. So how many of you struggle at a party getting them back to the table? Or to stop talking, right? Yeah, and that's the thing too. Then they're sitting there, and they're like, oh my God, I have to pee. When do I pee? When can I drink some water? Like, this was not what I signed up for. She's just talking. Okay, and lots of times in a smaller group especially, I'm doing a lot more interacting. So I'm doing a lot more asking questions. That's why I use tickets. So if you're not using tickets at a party, start, please. They're cheap. Get them from Dollarama. Okay, super cheap. Use them because it forces you to ask questions. So you're not just standing there reading. The one thing that I wish the starter kit had was more questions added to it, like the flip chart. So if you're struggling with that and you tend to just read and sermonize, then put little Post-its in there so that you know when to ask, okay? So that you can stop yourself. All right, so Jade's gonna give everybody a cloth. And what I want you to do is I'm gonna get you ready to start on your face and to pamper your face. So we're gonna start with the 3-in-1 cleanser. It comes in 2 formulas, and I put the correct one for you on your tray. So first of all, you're going to use your facial cloth just to wet your face, not to scrub. You're not taking off all your makeup with it because your cleanser is going to do that. So you're going to go ahead, use your facial cloth to wet your face, and then pick up number 1 and apply your cleanser upward and outward. You can use small circles or just going up and out on your face. Just be super gentle. Super gentle. So avoid your eye area. You're not taking anything off your eyes yet. So just wet your face. You don't actually have to do it if you don't want to. You can do it. Yeah. Oh, I thought that's what you were like. I'm not actually doing this. So just moisten your face. Then pick up number 1 in your tray gently. Okay. And remember loser fingers. Do you remember doing this? You don't. You're too young, right? So loser fingers. Try not to touch your face with these 2 fingers. They are your strongest fingers on your hands. And they will cause you to bag and sag. So think of a brand new pair of underwear, okay? When you first buy it, it might be a little tight, but the more you put it on your butt and the more you eat at New Year's and Christmas, then the bigger they might get. And if you don't want saggy, baggy panty face from pulling and tugging at your face, then I suggest that you don't pull and tug right now, because you can go buy new underwear, you can't buy new face. As soon as you're done with your circles or anything, gently, gently, I want you to think about this. Your product is a 3-in-1. What 3 things do you think it's doing?
Cleaning.
Cleansing, yes, and
Exfoliating.
exfoliating, and toning, yeah. Somebody always says hydrating. Yeah, well, it's good. You're pretending to be a person at the party. That's what you're doing, right? Right, Stephanie, yeah. So you're cleansing, exfoliating, and freshening. All right, so then you can take your cloth and just gently remove. Awesome. You're getting makeup removal in this as well. So how many of you don't necessarily wash your face before you put it?
Depends on the situation.
Okay. Before Mary Kay, I didn't either. I really didn't. I didn't even wash my face in the morning. I didn't have pimples, so I didn't think I had to. Okay? But I want you to think about your glasses or your car windshield. How dirty does that get in a day? The world is mad gross. That same stuff that comes in contact with your skin is what's on your windshield. So if you don't want that dirt and grime to get into your pores, make them bigger and allow more free radicals and more bacteria to get in, which causes acne issues, which causes sagging, which causes bigger pores, all of that, then you do need to wash your face twice a day. Okay? You're going to get a little extra lather, by the way, in the shower or in your sink at home. I don't do parties in the shower anymore. I cut way back.
Restraining orders.
Yeah, ever since the restraining order, I cut way back on parties in the shower.
And people, I do that all the time because it's my favorite
Yeah.
joke. And they look at you like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm just like,
And I'll be like,
yeah. Do parties in the shower.
Big smile.
I always say that line. There's never a time I don't say that line. Okay, it's way better in the shower, but I stopped doing parties in the shower a while ago. Got really awkward. Since the restraining order. Okay, so, yeah. All right, so now real quick, I want you to look at your naked face. And I want to talk about wrinkles. None of us want them, right? So Mary Kay scientists have discovered the key to help diminish the signs of aging, and that's with the Time-Wise Day and Night Solution. These little power pack bottles are going to give you everything that you need to lift, firm, tighten, and tone. They're basically Spanx for your face. So we're going to start with the Time-Wise Day Solution, which has an SPF of 35. 35, you guys. That is exactly how much you need without going overboard on a daily basis. So if anyone has an SPF sensitivity, I want you to try this on the back of your hand instead of on your face. But everyone else, you can go ahead and apply this all over your face in an upward and outward motion, staying away from your eye area. That's number 2. Now, don't forget, don't go downwards with your skin. How many of you know why we go up?
Gravity.
Gravity is to counteract gravity. You know what else is it? It is, we all have little hairs on our face, right? And whenever anyone asks me how old I am, I say I'm old enough to keep tweezers in the car. Because when you get to the stoplight and look in the rearview mirror, you're like, oh, damn. Right? So, and that's when you get those straight chin hairs. You don't know about those yet. Okay, so what happens is the little hairs on our face are pointing downwards. And when you lift up nicely and gently, you're allowing that product to go into the pore. Because otherwise, you're not getting it in there. It's just going on top. So you want to go upwards. Here's a really easy trick to remember. Skincare always goes up, and makeup always goes downwards. Okay? So now I want you to look at your face again. How many of you have noticed that your skin is way brighter already? So that's the first thing that people notice about the day solution. Okay, now we're going to talk about the night solution, and obviously we're going to pretend like it's day today. I know it is night, but I want you to take this night solution, and I want you to go ahead and you can either apply this to the back of your hand or to your neck. Because remember, we want to not have to tuck our neck into our bra later on, right? So always put your moisturizer on, by the way, from your nipples up. Okay, so if you put the day solution on the back of your hand, put the night solution on the other, and you can just go ahead and put that on. See these little NutriBeads in here? Do you see the little beads? These little beads are not for decoration. They are not there so that they rattle when you're done. Okay, they are actual vitamins that get cleaved by the little knife inside so that you get the purest form of the vitamin on your skin every time, so that we can control that so it doesn't degrade itself. How does that feel? Not a gross thick night cream, right? Super nice and light. So those are the antioxidants and the peptides that you need to take care of your skin every day. How many of you have noticed how much better your skin looks already with just the day solution? Yes? Okay, if you noticed it, you give yourself a ticket. And sometimes I do this. If I forget tickets, I just do the tally marks. So don't panic if you forget tickets one day. Okay? I just do the tally chart, seriously. Now we're gonna put on your moisturizer. Now, like all the other Mary Kay products, some of them have both combo oily and normal to dry. I've given you the correct one for your skin. Okay, I want you to put this one upwards and outwards onto your face, avoiding your eye area, please. Do you know that the lack of firmness sometimes is caused mostly by a lack of moisture? That's right, give yourself a ticket. What's the difference between a grape and a raisin? Moisture. How many of you want to look like a raisin?
Yeah, that's my life goal.
Right? I love looking like an old paper bag, said no one ever. So this moisturizer is going to hydrate your skin for up to 10 hours, you guys. It's a formulated patented complex that reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles by accelerating the skin's natural renewal process. That means it helps your skin naturally re-energize itself. It has a powerful antioxidant in it too, so that it helps to guard against free radicals. Does anyone know what a free radical is? It's not a band.
Protester.
It's not a protester yet.
Dust.
It's not like dust and mold. Do you know why they call it an antioxidant? Do you know what an oxidant is? It's what gives you cancer. It's what breaks down your skin cells. A free radical is bacteria and other things in the environment that are anti what you want in your body. So they actually will break your skin down. Call them like little beans in the air, okay? We don't want those, so then we have to use antioxidants to battle that. And that's what this skincare does. So even if you're not seeing immediate results, you're getting the results every time that you do this. So you're doing this twice a day. Now we're going to let your skin dry for a little bit. Okay, but I want you to touch it before it's fully dry. How amazing does your skin feel compared to how you came in? How many of you have noticed an improvement already? Now, obviously, a lot of you are on the skincare line, so you know, I get that, right? So I want you to really quick now flip over your your customer profile sheet. Now, if you were using my chart, this is my consultant hat, sorry. If you're using the chart that I have in front of you, I gave that to you just as a reference. It is a Google Doc. You're welcome to use that. There's one for a 5-minute face. There's one for a spa party. I do it by checking them off, love it, like it, leave it, as we go. Okay, so I just do that. And then that way they get a ticket for everything they love. And then I have their wish list right there. Okay, but if you're using the profile card, on the back of the profile card, under number 9, there's a wish list. Now, the best thing about doing these simple parties is that you've only tried 2 things. So on the back of that profile card, under number 9, I want you to write the miracle set because I know you loved it. Write miracle. And if you did, put your hand up so I can give you a ticket. This is your Oprah moment. Miracle. And then ticket. And then as well, how many of you love the satin hand set? Loved it. Write it down. Ticket for you, satin hands. You don't have to write the fragrance-free, extra emollient satin hand set, just satin hands. I'll know what you mean. This is a wish list, not a contract. So I'm not going to trip you on the way out the door and be like, hey, you love the satin hand set. How come you don't buy it? I will not do that to you, okay? So don't worry. It's just a wish list because I'm not going anywhere. You're going to be with me for life. So I'll make sure that you know that you love the miracle set. So I do this at every party, you guys, just like that. Even if you're doing makeup afterwards or anything else, you're still doing the full miracle set. You're still doing full satin hands every party. Never skip it, unless you're doing a different skincare. Okay? And there are pages in here for the new consultants on the botanical, on the repair, all of that, so that you can just flip to those instead. And that's why it's in a binder, so you can rearrange. All right. So, good? Everybody's good still? What? No, I have that. I thought, what? Oh, you're good? Okay. Just making sure. All right, so now that your skin has dried a little bit, your moisturizer is fully set in, I want you to feel your face again. Usually they talk. Talk to yourself.
It's so
sad. So there's a reason why you don't serve too much alcohol at parties. Usually you try and make sure they don't drink too much before you start. I usually say 1 glass of wine is lots. You can keep drinking later. Because one time this lady showed up at a party, drunk. She showed up drunk, okay? Then she shotgunned a beer, literally 42 years old, poked a pen into a beer, like as though we're at a frat party, and shotgunned it right there, and then sat down for the party. I was a relatively new beauty consultant. We're doing the party, we do the miracle set, and she's like, oh my God, my face, touch it! Touch it! Touch it! And she like literally launched herself across the table, and she was like, touch it! No one else at the party knew her, only the hostess. And they were like, it's very soft. So, yeah, okay? The other reason why you don't want people to drink too much is because when you drink, sometimes your skin gets red. And then they blame it on the skincare. But they're just drunk. So, and then they regret the purchases that they made and they won't tell you and then they never call you again. So, okay, 1 glass only or nothing. Cool? It's pretty hard in this day and age to say no alcohol, please. Because I know we're supposed to, but honestly, most women are getting together and offering their friends a glass of wine. So I just say 1 glass is lots so that I don't show up at the party and they're all loaded. It's happened many times. Okay, so now we're going to protect your skin even more from the environment. So we did a little bit of protecting with the day solution, right? You did your protection, you got your SPF 35. But do you know why foundation wearers look younger longer? How many of you know people who wear makeup on a regular basis? And how many of you know super crunchy people who never wear makeup ever? How many of you can say your super crunchy people look a little older than the people who don't? Right? You know why? Because they don't wear anything to protect their face. They have no barrier protection against the environment. So think about this. If you have something here on your face and the stuff is trying to get in, it can't get in. If you're wearing a really good quality makeup that is non-comedogenic, so it's not going into your pores to make you older, it's sitting on top, and then when you wash your face, you're taking all that junk and washing it down the sink instead of letting it go into your pores. So choosing a good foundation is a great way to protect your skin against the environment and against aging. Now, today we're just going to use the Mary Kay CC cream. If you don't want any color and you still want that benefit, then I would suggest the foundation primer, and we can try that at your follow-up appointment, okay? If you really want your foundation to go on even better and to last even longer, use the primer before you use the other things. But regardless, a good foundation is going to keep your face from, you know, getting older from the environment, from all that other stuff besides the sun. So what's really cool about the CC cream is it's different than BB cream. How many of you have heard of BB cream? Okay, give yourselves tickets. So you've heard of BB cream. What does BB cream stand for?
Beauty balm.
Beauty balm, good, yeah, ticket. Okay, beauty balm. How many of you know what CC stands for?
Color, no, something corrector.
Something corrector.
Complexion correction.
Yes, complexion corrector. Complexion corrector, do you know what that means? It means it gives you skin care too. We can get excited about that. Okay, it's amazing because it gives you skincare. So it's lightweight, it's natural looking coverage, and it gives you extra skincare. So I want you to take your fingers and apply your CC cream to your face. You're going to work outward, start in the middle of your face because that's the place we need the most coverage, and then work outward and downward, okay? Now I've given you a color, okay, and I've given you one I thought you were. If I look over at you and you look like Casper or an Oompa Loompa, or Donald Trump, I will stop you and give you something else. And if we choose the wrong formula for you today, we do have other things. So this isn't necessarily the only foundation for you. And at your follow-up appointment, we can pick the right thing for you. So you can go ahead and put that on.
Se passar numa pele hidratada, essa coisa, né?
Do you know how? That big white one in the corner? If you press, it's along the thing, it just says hot water and then it says press and hold. Thank you. How does your skin feel, you guys?
Sexy.
Amazing. Now, some of your clients may choose to skip this step, and that's okay. Some people don't want foundation at all. Some people know they're going home to sleep. They don't need it, whatever, okay? Some people grab at it right away, like, oh my God, are you seriously letting me sit here without my foundation on? I will kill you, right? That used to be me. First time I took my makeup off in front of my friends at a Mary Kay thing, I wanted to die. Because I was really insecure and I didn't want anybody to see what my face really looked like without foundation on. I didn't realize I could fix that, right? I didn't realize that the blotchiness could go away with a miracle set. I didn't realize any of those things, but I was just using makeup just to cover and cover and cover and cover. And what's really cool about Mary Kay is we use makeup as like the dessert. It's an extra. The skincare is our basis. And most of our makeup actually has skincare and age-fighting benefits in it so that you have all of that together. So I'm just going to tell you about a couple of things that I feel that are a must to add to your skincare routine. Thank you, hon. But that I don't have for you to demo today, and we can talk about it at your next appointment, okay? So feel free to write these on the back of your wish list. Oh, I forgot though. On number 9, put CC Cream on the back of your wish list. Put CC Cream. I know what shade you are, so don't worry about what shade. Just put it if you loved it. Don't lie if you didn't. That doesn't serve anybody any purposes. So if I say something that you think you would like and want on your wish list, feel free to add it to your wish list, okay? So one of the things is we know that you have extra skincare lines. I told you this before. So we have the Botanical Effects, which is for simple beauty, teen skin, things like that. It doesn't have any SPF in it. It doesn't have age-fighting ingredients. It's basically designed for under 20 years old or anybody who's looking for just a little bit less of a routine. And then we have our Clear Proof Acne System. Now this is designed for full-on acne. However, you can use pieces of this. So for those of you who told me that you were struggling with a little bit of acne, the Blemish Control Toner is what I would suggest you put on your list. So if you just pop Blemish Control Toner on your wish list, that'll be helpful when we're having our individual consultation, and I can help you pick. Because you can just put that with any skincare. You can mix and match ours, no problem. All right, then we have the Time-Wise Repair, and that's for our, sorry, I wouldn't normally have that blocked. That's for our advanced age-fighting needs. So that's really about 45 and up. This is when you're not looking to necessarily prevent, but to reverse. So most of you are in the Miracle Set bracket, which means that you're looking to prevent aging. And then if you're looking and you're like, oh, dude, no, it's time to, if I could turn back time, then that's the repair set for you, okay? So that's what we'll look at your individual consultation and at your follow-up appointment. We'll check that out and make sure that you're getting the right skincare, because remember, what do I have for you? What do you do if you choose wrong?
You can return it.
Yeah, you can return it. You can get other products, and if you hate everything, I guess I'll give you your money. But you won't hate everything, so you'll find stuff that you love. Now there's 2 things that I feel that are really essential to add to a skincare routine to really get you all the benefits that you need. Don't worry, it's not a ton of extra steps, right? I promised you not a lot of extra steps. How many of you noticed something we skipped when we were doing your skincare? What did we avoid? The eye area, right? And the eye area is a little bit different than the rest of your face. Do you agree? Yeah, when you're looking at your eyes, a lot of you said that you were looking for some firming around your eyes, that you were looking to help aging skin around your eyes. Would that be true? How many of you are really noticing it's really dry around your eyes, especially in winter? How many of you are noticing that you maybe have dark circles? Okay, some of us need more sleep than we're getting. How many of you are noticing that you could lift, firm, tighten, and tone around your eyes a little bit? Then maybe you're getting a little bit of drooping up here, a little bit of crepiness on your eyelids, things like that. I want you to picture eyes that have not been taken care of. I know you can picture somebody's. Don't point at each other though. I always say that, okay? Picture somebody who has not taken care of their skin. Don't point at each other. They always laugh, okay? And then I say, okay, so our Time-Wise Firming Eye Cream is designed to lift, firm, tighten, and tone around your eye area. It's a thicker cream so that it doesn't absorb as quickly. If you put a thin moisturizer right here by your eyes, what happens is this is like tissue paper. It absorbs way too fast, goes into your sinus cavity, and comes back out as fluid, which equals puffiness, dark circles, and wrinkles, which is like the whole reason you wanted an eye cream to begin with, right? So it doesn't make any point. So make sure you stop all skincare right here at the cheekbone, the top here, feel that skull bone? And then you put your eye cream right here on the skull bone here. And what's cool about our eye cream is you can put it here on your brow bone. And it will go downwards towards your lashes to stop crepiness on your lids. We have 2 amazing age-fighting eye creams. The one that goes with the Miracle Set is called the Firming Eye Cream. So if you know you need that, best be writing it down. Okay, Firming Eye Cream. Put it on your list. Get it to get. Okay, go for a moment. I used the profile cards for 7 years, you guys. So, you know, I just did the other one lately. Okay, and then we have the other thing. I know you were exfoliating with those little beads that were in your cleanser. How many of you know you could use a little extra help in the exfoliation department? Okay, how many of you have ever used a scrub that cut your face? The apricot ones, perhaps? Yeah, and you're like, if it hurts, it must be working. It doesn't work. Okay, they actually are in a class action lawsuit right now because it does not work. So it actually cuts little fine fissures into your face. It cuts little cuts into your face, which equals more opportunity for free radicals and for bacteria to get in. So what you really want is you want a man-made round crystal that is going to buff the dead skin off your face. So the very first product I ever bought from Mary Kay was the microdermabrasion set, and that's what I would really recommend that you do. It's a really awesome way to get polished, younger skin with smaller pores, and I know if some of you told me that smaller pores was like a thing that you wanted, okay? So smaller pores and more polished and brighter skin was on your list. Write that down, microdermabrasion. Microderm. You can just write microderm. I always write microderm. And get a ticket. Ticket, right? Who wrote that down? Get a ticket. Okay, how many of you have tried specialized products in anything? Like a protein shake that your girlfriend swore by. And it didn't do anything for you. A diet plan? A gym? A sweater? If Robin tells me that this sweater will look really good on me and it's the same size, it will not. Right? Okay? One size does not fit all, right? And anyone who tells you it does is a liar. So that's why everybody's skin is different, and that's why you have me. Remember, I come in your bag. So though I know we all tried the same skincare today, that may not be the one that is your go-to for life. We may have to customize for you to get you the right exact skincare. I know for me, I use a common oily cleanser and a normal to dry moisturizer with my Miracle Set. In the winter, I go to a repair night cream. You know, I get to customize my skincare because I'm a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, but you do because you have a Mary Kay Beauty Consultant, and that's what we do together. At our follow-up appointment, you're gonna get to do a checkup from the neck up, make sure that what you bought is working for you, okay? And you're gonna get to share your beauty experience with a few friends so that they get to try things. They can try different stuff, or you can just get it, and they can try the same thing you did today. We can do a dash out the door, like a 5-minute face look. We can try a glam slam and get some glam makeup. How many of you are glam makeup people? You're all staring at me with your naked faces, so I don't know. How many of you would say, I'm a glam makeup, like give me more? How many would say, I need like to get the hell out the door the fastest possible? All right, then a 5-minute face would be for you. The ones who raise their hands for glam slam, you guys would want a glam slam. How many of you would love to be a glamour girl, but you have no idea what to do? Yeah, so then a glam slam might be for you, right? Because that's my job. That's what I do is I teach you. I could teach you, but I'd have to charge. And I don't charge, so it's free for me to come to you and teach you anything that you want to learn and to work with. We can also do a spa appointment and have a spa beauty experience. How many of you would love to have an in-home day spa with your friends? Yeah, right? I mean, we're paying a ton of money for Medi Spas, and you can have a platinum spa experience right in your own home with your girlfriends and spend some time together. So when you decide to have your follow-up appointment and share it with a few friends, the beautiful thing is I'm gonna get to give Lindsay extra credit for that. So tonight she's getting 10% of your total sales. But when 2 people book their follow-up beauty experiences or spa experiences or glam slams or whatever, then she's gonna get to double that. How exciting is that? So who's in? Who's in? Yeah, I knew you would be, okay? And I knew you would be too, right? I know you would be. Okay, who wants me to triple it? Come on. If she gets 2 more, I'm going to get to triple it. Okay, somebody always does. Okay?
Guys.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're like, you should have one. I'm going to be yours. Okay, and they do that. Okay, so we all have really great perks. So before I steal you away to the other room and let you eat, drink, and snack in here, I want you to fluff up your hair in the mirror. And I want you to hold your mirror out at your arm's length because this is where people see you. So sometimes we evaluate ourselves right here, but I want you to know that the only people looking at you this close either want to kiss you or kill you. They don't care what your pores look like. So I want you to hold your mirror out, and I want you to tell yourself, I look fabulous.
I look fabulous.
Yeah, you do. All right, so then we're going to do some compliments. And all I do this, and I'm just going to skip this part, but all I do really quick at this is I stand behind the person I want to compliment. Okay, I always choose the quietest person in the room to compliment first. So I choose that quiet person, I stand behind her, and I say, all right, because you don't want to choose the loudest person because she's going to be the first person to talk. And if you choose her and she's sitting there awkwardly and quiet, waiting for everyone to talk, it gets really awkward, really fast. So pick your quietest person, stand behind her, and just say, all right, you guys, I want you to tell me one thing that you love, that you're noticing about her skin, about her smile, about the way she feels about herself, or just about her. Anything. And then they talk, okay? And that person, you'll see her just like lift up. She just lifts when people compliment her, okay? At this point, if you want to, now this is a separate part of the profile card, but if you want to, before you do the compliments, you can have them just open the lipstick on their color card and just put the lipstick on so that they get, right? So they get a little bit of a brighter face. Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes we look in the mirror and we're like, oh, I don't look so great. So that's usually what I do is I do a lip gloss or a lipstick at this point. Okay, but it is in the flip chart later on, but, you know, compliment time, okay, and then we do the beauty of friendship. So on the back of your profile card, now that I've done all the compliments, everybody's got their thing, there is room here for you to give your friends 3 Mary Kay beauty experiences. So I want you to pick your favorite people that do things for you that enrich your life. Think for a moment about some of your favorite women, the ones that you can count on, the ones that you always love and appreciate, and write their names down for me. Just write their names down really quick. I want you to write their names down. Just write their, did I stutter? Write their names down. Okay, I always do that because they'll just pause and stare at me while I say write their names down, write their names down, write their names down, and they're just like, oh, you mean now? So I'm like, did I stutter? There's room for 3 names. Write their names down. Okay, so write their names down because I want to show you, I want you to be able to show them how special they are to you. So I want to be able to compliment them from you. So go ahead and write their names down, the people that you know you can count on, the ones you can call in an emergency. Who are your in case of emergency friends? Your people. Who's your person? I say they can't be at the party. Yeah, they usually do. They usually say, she's already here. And I'm like, pick someone else. She's already here. And so what's going to happen here is that I'm going to give them a free makeover from you. Compliments of me. So I'm going to make sure that they know how special you are to them and that you were only allowed to pick 3 people and that you picked them and that they get to have a complimentary makeover, something that spas and other places charge like $80 for. How many of you would like a complimentary makeover with me? Right? Yeah, I know you would, right? I do that exactly like that. It's not hard, okay? How many of you would like to not run out of bookings? Uh-huh. How many of you wish you had more names? Uh-huh. So how many of you don't do what you're told? Uh-huh. So this is not hard, right? I go, how many of you would love a complimentary makeover with me right now? How many of you would love it if I just whipped out my makeup kit and gave you a makeover? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to offer your friends from you. They're going to get a gift from you. Not from me, from you, but you don't pay for it. How awesome is that? So whip out your phones real quick and get your numbers jotted down. Promise I won't stalk them. I mean, unless they like that. So you can go ahead, write that down. Write that down. Whoever gets that done first is going to get 20 tickets. Go. Done. There you go, 20 tickets. Next person to get it done. So sometimes somebody gets it done way too fast. And you're like, oh, crap. Okay? Then you go, next person to get it done gets 15. Grab your phone real quick. Grab your phone. Order their emails, but just, you know, whatever. Phone's better. Because I'm going to text them. Please don't put their landlines. I always forget, and then I text their landlines. It's really creepy. So cell phone or right landline if it's your grandma and you want me to call your grandma because she doesn't text. Or my mother. She does not text either. She doesn't even have a cell phone. She has a Nokia flip phone. Literally. Like with the antenna. She pays as she goes.
My dad's got a flip.
She could not understand why we needed to get the kids cell phones. She was like, pay as you go. Just pay as you go. Just knowing that you're thinking of your people is going to put such a smile on their faces, even if they say no. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm not going to stalk them. I'm not going to run after them. You don't have to say no or yes for them. All you have to know, if you don't actually have to rate their numbers, Lindsay, I'm not actually going to call them. You're so cute. She's such a keener.
You're doing my job.
I know, right? So I just say, you know, even if they say no, they're going to be so excited that you were thought of. Don't you agree? Okay, I'm not going to make them feel bad. All right, so have you all had fun? Yeah, and you nod. You're like, you all had fun, right? You learned some tips about taking care of your skin. You learned some stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some popular sets, and on here it says, I want you to turn over the placemat in front of you. The placemat is on the Staples printing. How many of you have been to the Staples site? Just a couple? Okay. So on In Touch, under Business Tools, it says Promote Your Business. Click the Staples, create an account. All the printables are right there so that you can send it away to get actual laminated placemats for your people.
It takes like 5 days.
It's so fast. Okay, so you can have laminated placemats. On the front, it says it has the benefits and miracle set right there in front of them so they're seeing it the whole time. And it's like laminated so it can get wet. Okay, and then when you flip it to the back, this is new, so I don't have them yet. But when you flip the back, it has the most popular sets in full retail prices. So there's no discounts or anything on there, so it's awesome. And then you can give them dry erase markers and they can circle their favorites. Okay, so I want you to take a look at these sets. So turn the placemat in front of you. As you look over them, I want you to circle the ones that you'd love to take home if money were no object. If you won the lottery, which ones would you like? And they circle them all, usually. So when we get together individually, I'm going to tell you how you can earn more of these for free. But of course, the one we tried today was the TimeWise Miracle Set. And that one is $157. And that's all 4 pieces for 11 skincare age-fighting benefits. And that's down. Age-fighting benefits. Yes? How many of you had that on your wish list? I know you did. Now, if you're looking for a more simple routine, not if that's too expensive for you, right? You're never going to say that, ever. If you're looking for a more simple routine, then you can go with just the Age Fighting Cleanser and TimeWise Age Fighting Moisturizer for $65. And for the ultimate skincare regimen, you can take the Miracle Set and then add in those 2 products that I was talking to you about. You know, the Firming Eye Cream and the Microdermabrasion, all together for $257. You can add your shade of CC Cream in for only $22. And your Satin Hand Set is $51. And if you wanted to add in the amazing and equally amazing Satin Lift Set, I mean, how good do your hands feel right now? How good do they feel? Notice what happened. How many of you noticed that nobody touched their hands until I did this? How good did they feel? And then like 12 people started touching their hands. How good do your hands feel right now? Okay, think about how good your lips would feel if you had sort of that same experience. So you can add in the equally amazing Satin Lift Set for only $32. So I'm gonna give you a minute to look over those sets and then ask me any questions you want. And then all I do at this point is that I just quickly tidy up while they're looking over the sets. I do not give them a catalog. This is a hard no. Don't do it. Don't do it. How many of you have done this at this point? Or you've got it underneath their mirror because you think you're all cute and they don't, and then they don't look at you ever again. Right? Don't do it. Okay, don't do that. So then, so let's pretend everybody's chitter chatter. I've only taken away the non-essentials to the table. Do not take away their mirrors. Do not take away the cleanser, moisturizers, the Miracle Sets, anything like that. Take away the garbage, tidy up a little bit, answer some questions as you're doing that. Okay, that's it. Don't take away their mirrors. Never take away their mirrors. I mean it, okay? So, I want you to close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Drop your voice an octave when you do this. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine that you're going into your closet or opening the door to your closet. If it's not a walk-in, that's okay. And I want you to find a special outfit that you wore to a party or a special occasion. Maybe it was your wedding or a Christmas party. Can you see it? Now I want you to think of all the accessories that go with it. Your jewelry, that handbag, those shoes. And I want you to think about how much did that complete outfit cost? How many of you was it over 100? Raise your hand. Over 200? Keep your hand up. Over 300? 400? 500? Wow. Okay, 500. Now open your eyes. In the last year, how many times have you worn that special outfit? Okay, now let's put that price into perspective, because that outfit's gonna sit in your closet about 364 days a year, if you're lucky, and you get to wear it again. Maybe not your wedding gown, okay? But you get to wear these Mary Kay products every day, not just on special occasions. And what's the first thing that people see when they meet you? Is it your dress? What is it? Your face. That's why skincare is the best investment that you can make. Skin's the largest organ in the body, and you cannot buy a new one. No matter what Joan Rivers or Michael Jackson says, you can't buy a new face, okay? So that's why I want you to know that it is my job to love teaching women how to have radiant and beautiful skin, and it's your job to make sure that you're taking that time for yourself, to make sure that you know how important you are, so that you can know that you deserve the 2 minutes a day it takes to take care of your skin with the Miracle Set. Don't you? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I've got a party favor for each of you. I have a little gift bag. I want you to come and see me at the couch over here. I've got a little space set up, and then we're going to get to talk about your individual consultation. We're going to get to talk about your follow-up appointment, and we're going to get to do your order for you, okay? So no matter what, I want you to bring your wish list with you, your profile card, over to the table with me, and you're going to get to shop with me over here. So I've had so much fun. I want to thank Lindsay for being such an awesome person, and I want you to take a few minutes to answer the questions on the back of the profile cards, because if it's filled out, you're going to get your present, and then we'll do the prize draws right after. Okay, so we want to go fast, because otherwise, and so this is the mistake I keep making at parties. I do the prize draws before I do the individual consultations. And you know what happens? They bark around for 12 years before they come over, and I'm like, I do have a life, you know. Like, let's get the hell out of here. Like, I love you guys, but I don't want to sit here till midnight, right? So I don't do the prize draws till they're done. So like, hustle up, okay? So I do really, really quick. So I pick the most energetic guest, because if she's really energetic in a bad way, she's going to affect the people in the other room. And if she's really energetic in a good way, she's going to affect the people in the rest of the room. So if I take her out of the situation and I bring her over here and she shops and she's super excited about what she bought, guess what she does?
Talks to everybody else.
Yeah, she goes back and she's like, oh my God, I bought the Miracle Set. I know, it was a lot, but I totally, I loved it. And then you're like, oh, maybe I should get the Miracle Set too, because I love her. She always gets what I like. And then, okay? But if she's sitting over there like, 157, that's crazy. And you're hearing that, okay? So, and if you're scared, get the most negative person to bring her in the room, okay? So you judge either the most enthusiastic if everybody's really happy, and if not, take that coconut oil person to the other room really fast. Get her in there first. Cool beans? So you don't even give her an option. Notice, did I give her an option if she was going to come to the sink with me to do satin hands? No, I'm like, Lindsay, you're first, come with me. And I grab her stuff and start walking. And guess what they do? They follow you. If I say, did you want to come with me? Thanks. I'm nice. Can we just, all right, so this is the time that you're going to do the individual consultation. You're just going to close the sale. Any consultant questions before we do a quick demo of that? Yes?
Okay, so what if they're interested in foundation?
If they're interested in foundation, we talk about it at the individual consultation. And
do you check everybody?
I don't. That is only because in the Platinum Spa package I'd had in there that they get foundations, like customized foundation. I will not do that ever again. Like when we did the party, I was in, the Americans really like to overdo things. Like they really do. I don't know what it is about Americans, but they like really love to do overdue things. So they came up with these spa experience packages, right? And in them, they had like every single spa item we've ever done in our lives, plus an individual foundation consultation. It was so long. I wanted to die. 8 people trying to get them all to the table, trying to get them all to the thing. Then there was a dog that went missing, and like, oh my God, I was like, I'm gonna die. My meds had worn off. I was like ready to like stab people. So I will not do that again. In the old days when we didn't have CC cream, I would do the striping right before we did set hands.
So, but everybody gets the CC cream.
Everybody gets CC cream first. Yeah, everybody gets CC cream. If you really want to guess their foundation, get them to send you a selfie before the party. So if they're interested in foundation, you can say, you know, send me a selfie and I'll pop what I think your colors are in the bag.
And everybody gets the miracle set, right?
It depends. If I'm pre-profiling and everybody's over 50, they're all getting the repair set,
Okay.
right? So like depending on the
So it's not
pre-profiling.
one gets one.
Mm-hmm. No, and this was designed to be for what's just in the kit so that you guys would know how to do it if you were a brand new beauty consultant. So as a not brand new beauty consultant, you're going to deviate from this, right? If you know that you can do 2 different skincare lines at once, do it. You can totally do that. I've done it. Lots of times I've done 3. I've done botanicals for you and repair set for you and miracle set for you and just customized it as I went along. And just talked about the overall benefits that we're looking at in skincare, and then just really quick was like, hey, put on your cleanser, put on your cleanser, put on your cleanser. Here's what yours does, here's what yours does, here's what yours does, right? Super fast. So you can totally do that. This was just to do a skincare party,
For brand new.
just for brand new people. The beautiful thing about this is how many of you want more? And guess what you're gonna get then? A booking, right? Because they want more. If you give them everything, they don't want anything else. They're done. Okay, so you're gonna get the rebooking from this style of party. You don't have to give them much to have this. And especially with brand new people, like this isn't to entice your customers to have a party. This is for people that you're meeting at trade shows or for people that you're meeting at like in a facial box name or something like that you haven't really facialed before. Get all her friends just doing the basic. They don't need more than this. That's why it was developed this way. If you really want to, you can add an eye makeup remover really quick before you start the miracle set and some mascara at the end. But here's the thing, when you end with mascara, guess what you sell? Just mascara. How many of you would like your sales to be mostly miracle set? Did you notice that I mostly focused on the miracle set, not the $22 CC cream? So we have an option for a $22 thing. But most women come to a party expecting to spend $40. That's what they put in their self-imposed budget. So if you can get them to that next level, even at the 65, right? That's why you start with that basic. So even at this level, then, and they're your customers, and you're gonna do proper customer care and follow-up, and you're gonna have them at their reorder business and all of those things, then you're gonna get them here. Right? And then they're going to see the benefits of that, and then they're going to go to my microdermabrasion and firming eye cream. They might still buy things just from the catalog. They might ask you, hey, what I heard about your eye makeup remover, I want one. You didn't even demo it, who cares? Right? But you're still going to allow them to buy anything at the individual consultation. It's just that in the party, keeping it simple and fast is way better. Okay? How many of you, even if you're seasoned, learned something today? What was yours? What did you learn? Okay, and do you find usually it's the lipstick, and then you're spending a lot of time on lipsticks?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you're getting $19 orders. Yeah, it's really common. It happens to all of us too. All of us have done this, where you give them 12 different samples, and you're like helping them find the right color, and you think you're giving them the right customer service, but then they're not on skincare, and that's the best thing we can do. Yeah. Stephanie, what about you?
Just like the time appreciation in terms of sticking with the miracle set and doing it really simple, because I usually do like a 5-minute face or out the door, and if it just allows you to really focus more on the company, like that first initial talking, and then okay, go get a drink while the host is getting cloths, that kind of thing, just so you can focus on what Mary Kay is about.
Yeah.
As well.
Like
Which I
camaraderie.
always do that.
Yeah.
But it just,
Sometimes it feels
but
a
it's
little
usually-
rushed.
It's really quick, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a great company, it does this and this and this, whereas, you know, it was, you were just more able to focus on, like, honestly, while you were talking, I'm like, how do you do all this? Like, she's been,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
But then the
it's-
actual
yeah.
part is so short.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
even says on here 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all of that because it was
Yeah.
designed that way. And sometimes we focus on the makeup. I know even on my skincare, like my 5-minute face parties, then I'm like really focusing on a makeup instruction. And guess what I'm selling? $20 blushes. What do I really want to sell? Like, they don't need the $20 blush as much if they've got really great skincare. And they're going to talk about really great skincare. And you know, Rodan & Fields is doing really well. And why? Do they have makeup? No. People are looking for really great skin. Yeah, so keep it simple, right? Just go back to basics. If you're struggling, if you're feeling like your business needs a reboot, okay, what do you do to a computer if it's overworked and overtired and it's not getting the job done? Well, yeah, I did that with my printer today. I literally picked it up and dropped it and it started working. I was like, oh, you're going back to Costco. But really, you just unplug and then you take away some programs, right? You simplify.
doing it wrong.
You unplug, you reboot, and you take away some stuff. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
So do you suggest, like, you know how we used to have all our lipsticks and lip glosses and all the different mascaras? Do you suggest leaving that at home?
Yeah. How many of you struggle with not bringing that out if somebody asks you about it? Leave it the hell home. I'm the worst. Somebody's like, what's your translucent powder? Like, I'm like, oh, I got it. Hang on. And I'm ripping through my kit like a lunatic. Now. Okay, so I literally have, you know, the old starter kit bags. You know how people quit or go to Mary Kay Heaven and they give you their own bags. I have bags of my products, my demo products, so that I have all of that in there. And then before my party, I pack it just for what I'm doing that day. Only that, nothing else. So for example, when I do a 5-minute face, they get 1 True Dimensions, they get 1 Semi-Shine, and they get 1 lip gloss. I put them in a row of 3. So like at the top in that rectangle, I give them like the lip gloss, then the Semi-Shine, and then the True Dimensions in 3 different color tones. And they can either pick one or put them all on individually. They at least get to know what the formula feels like, right? And then they can pick the color if they really want one out of the book. But I don't focus on it. It's just to brighten up their face. That's it. Okay? So super, super easy. And I leave the rest at home or else I will pull them out. I'm really bad for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm actually repacking
yeah.
my kit to make
I
it
think we all are
simple.
bad
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah, I think we get more stuff. And while I like having stuff, like I do like having a full glamour set so that I can do a glamour appointment with a one-on-one. It's a little different in a one-on-one. But at a party, when there's 6 people there and they all want different colors of lipstick and you're sweaty and you're trying to get them all the different colors of lipstick and then you're only selling them a damn lipstick, you just want to die. Like, don't do that. Your money is worth, like your time is worth that. Your time's worth that money, right? And so if you can get them on skincare, you can do a follow-up and do your job properly and get them on the makeup and everything else. It's a layering process. Onions on layers. All right, Jade, what was yours?
Like focusing again on just Mary Kay Ash's story as well. It sounds like it's awesome and a lot of direct sales don't really. But they have stories, we don't hear them. We don't know about it, it's not a focus and it just kind of they just pop up trying to, you know, to make money. Like they don't have as good of solid stories, I find.
Yeah.
I think that one's really
Well,
when you lose focus on it when you have so many products to show.
that's right.
You're not, then you just lose focus on this stuff. It's like what separates us from a different company.
That's right. That's exactly
What
it.
is it? Yeah.
Because Dawn Gary, when she came to talk to us at Red Deer at Alberta Pride, she said, when you're talking to different generations of people, that, hang on, find it. Okay, sorry.
Gen X, Gen Y versus.
Yeah, it was like the Gen X stuff versus, was it the first thing she talked about or the second time? The first one, okay. Sorry, I was looking at her second thing and I was like, why can't I find that? Okay, so millennials who are born between 1980 and 2000, they're looking to work with the greater good. They're working to change the world. So things about environmental impact, what we do as socially and ethically responsible, that's really important to millennials. Okay, Gen X's are looking for trustworthy, reliable, and responsible. So again, reliability, knowing that we have been around for 53 years, that's really important to them. And then baby boomers are looking for identity and integrity. So she said with millennials, you want to focus on the shelter grants and the money raised for charity and the low admin costs and things like that, and the environmental stuff. With Gen X, you want to focus on the product guarantee and the good housekeeping seal of approval, the satisfaction guarantee, all of that. And then with baby boomers, you want to focus on the service and the Mary Kay story. Okay? So really important that we're doing all three of those things, because chances are you have all three of those people at a party, and you want to really take a moment to take and honor Mary Kay. Just really honor her. We do stand out. The fact that, have you ever seen anybody ask for a rep for a company on a group? What happens when Mary Kay ladies are asked? Do they go, I'll message you, I'll message you, I'll message you, I'll message you?
I feel like our customers take people more. Customers taking us
Yeah,
versus us.
they tag us. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, you know, talk to my girl Jade, she's got you. Like they fight over us more than anyone else. Like they'll argue, like, no, she's the best, no, she's the best, no, she's the best. But we will just be like, oh, looks like Jade's got you.
Or the big, hey, so-and-so's in your area.
Yeah, right? That's it. We do not fight, but ask for a Scentsy rep sometime. I've got a deal on right now. I'll message you, I'll message you, I'll message you, I'll message you, I'll message you. Like, that's what makes us stand apart. We don't do those things. We don't compete against each other. That's a big deal. To know that you don't have to be a better Mary Kay beauty consultant than the other person. Isn't that exciting? Could you imagine if we all had to compare ourselves to each other? That would be bad. So that's a really good thing to think about. Okay, what time is it, you guys? We good? Okay, good. Other takeaways? Shout it out. Anything that was different? Crystal, flip chart. Okay, so what's the advantage to using it, even if?
I think it's like verbiage, yeah, having the verbiage right there in front of you instead of having specific things.
Yes.
I think it's like, remembering, you
Yeah.
just say, oh yeah, this is right, your skin, great.
Yeah, it doesn't give you all that stuff, right? Yeah.
And I was worried that customers are always looking at me, and this gives them, they're looking
Uh-huh.
at this, and then it takes the pressure, like the eyes off of me. And
Yes, for those of you who don't like to be on display. Mm-hmm. Okay, I started with a flip chart. This is what I started with. And it was coiled, so you couldn't customize it. So being a little bit freedom of choice, I sort of like to make mine. And so you can make your own pages, put them in, and all of that stuff, and you can move them around in different orders. And I love that. I love being able to customize it and mess with it, and maybe combine things if I want to or anything else. Okay. Yes, page protectors are good.
And I was like, how am I supposed to?
Yeah, it works great at this point, but it doesn't work great when it's at the very beginning. It's just straight out. The other thing is that people need to see something, they need to hear it, they need to touch it. So if they can do all three, they're getting that information. And then if you add in that placemat, then they're getting that there too. They're seeing that miracle set. Yeah, it's new. It's on the Staples thing. It's beautiful. I tried to print even the one that was watermarked for you. It wouldn't even let me do that. So just quick print it. So yeah, it's really pretty. They come, yeah, that you can order them laminated and everything. Yeah, so then you use dry erase marker and they just circle and then you wipe it out. Yeah, super cheap through Staples. Like $6 or something. It's cheap. Any others? Big takeaways?
Well, just bringing it back to the basic, the ultimate
Mm-hmm.
miracle sense. And how you don't give out the goodie bags till there.
Yeah.
What do you put in the good?
The goodie bags, you know what? I was gonna make them for you and then I totally ran out of time. Being audited. Super fun. Keep track of your taxes, I'm telling you. I put in usually a cleanser and moisturizer sample. Just, the incompetent, oily, or normal to dry based on what they are so that they get another experience with it when they get home. Because they've tried it at the party and then if they put makeup on, then they can wash it off before they go to bed. So I put that in there. And then I put a chocolate or candy. I don't ask my customers if they want a chocolate or candy because I make them in advance. So I make a combo to oily stack and I make a normal to dry stack. And then I make sure I can see the little stripes through the little clear bags. Super easy. Okay. And then I can customize it either by giving them those little sheets, at the party underneath their wish list, like I did with Robin there and with you. I was going to do it with everybody that I didn't get a chance. So Robin said she was looking for brightening, so underneath her eye area, so I gave her a firming eye cream fact sheet. And those are just the product fact sheets, just straight from Mary Kay. You can print those. You can even print them smaller, you guys. Like you can print 2 to a page because they're PDFs, right? So you can set it to print 4 to a page or 2 to a page and cut them out if you want them to be smaller. And then an eyeshadow sample. That's it. Like really, it's quite small. And my business card, just in case. And usually on the back of the business card, it'll say something like, at your next order, take 15% off a product, or, you know, CC creams are on sale for, you know, the month of October or something. But it's just usually it's 20% off your next product when you, on a reorder, like when they message me.
So you don't do 50% hostess?
I do the 50% hostess credit. I do let her shop at 50% off based on the number of people at the party. I tried the platinum spa package with the 120 for 35. And you know what? Then her friends knew that she was getting this product and they didn't buy anything because they didn't care enough to purchase something to help the hostess. Right? Goes back to that whole party philosophy. So I went right back to Mary Kay Ash's hostess plan, the first one, the 10% and 15% for one booking, 20% for 2.
So that's on top of
That's, yeah, I give her a half, I mean, you don't have to, because I know I'm getting more sales out of this, but I can give her a half price item just for, you can even just give her a free item just for having the party. And that would be the same, right? So what's on her wish list? An eye makeup remover, a roll-up bag, whatever. Say if you have 3 people, I'll give you an eye makeup remover. If you have 5 people, I'll give you the roll-up bag for free. And then on top of that, I'll give you, you know, customize it, right? We're trying to do this stuff where we're like yelling out at the masses. Hey, you should book a party with me. And they just see it and do nothing. When do they book? Yeah, when you ask them. You gotta ask them individually, right? If I had called you last month and said, before you signed up, and said, hey, Lindsay, I need you, you would have done that, of course, right? So that's it. I'm in a big goal. Here's what I'm working for. And I know you want to be one of my 10 beauty experiences that's going to get me on stage. That's my booking script, by the way, right now. Because I want to be $1 million unit. And we want to be $1 million unit, don't we? Yes? Because what happens when we're $1 million unit? Do you know?
You have to go on a stage.
At seminar, we get to go on stage. It's a really big deal. There's a song for us. We get to pick a song. We can like have like banners and things, and it's like a whole deal. Okay, we get a special seating area. It's a special thing. So, $1 million unit.
Because the last time.
Yeah.
That there was $1 million unit was an NSD, Bernice. It was how many years ago? Was it 7 years ago?
In Alberta. No, more than that. More than that. Because Fiona Corby was 2012. That was the last time.
So
Are we on track?
there was the last one in Western Canada was Bernice. And
Yeah.
it's been an NSD.
It's been probably 15 years since she did million. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, we're on track. We're not officially on track. We're on track for the $700,000 club, but most of the stuff comes in the 6 months now. Like it usually is. Like even when we did 800,000, we were on track for the $600,000 unit club at seminar or at leadership. So, you know, I was never on track for prestige, even when we did 800,000. So it's like, it's not, and so that's a good lesson to know for those of you on track for your rings and not on track for your rings. It doesn't matter. Okay, you should be about a third of the way if you want it to sort of be a breeze by the time you're done in June. So if you're about a third of the way, you don't have to be halfway in the 6 months. That's not how this Mary Kay year works. It's sort of weird. It's like builds upon builds. Okay, so whatever work you do now is going to pay you back later. It compounds. It's like compound interest. Okay, it's like CRA interest. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get through it.
It's not if you get audited this way.
Yeah. Just make sure you validate your bookkeepers really, really well, because turns out mine just made up her numbers. That was really fun to find out.
Oh.
Literally went through my green sheets probably like this and picked a number. Yeah.
If you need
Wrote down that I spent $17,000 in conferences. No wonder I got audited. Yeah.
Oh no.
No, it's not Susan. Susan's amazing. It was Martha, who's my friend and still didn't actually do my taxes. It's not Susan. Don't have a heart attack. She's amazing. She's getting me through this all. But yeah, super fun. So yeah, be careful. All right, any other questions? Okay, don't forget, individual consultation is simply like we did the last time with Lisa. Okay, it's back at the couch. You're touching your face, and you're gonna go, your skin feels really good, right? How good does your skin feel? And they're gonna touch their face. The second you touch your face, they're gonna touch their face in response. It's like a yawn, it's contagious. And you go, all right, what are we starting with today? And the miracle set. And they're like, yeah. They usually do it all resigned. They don't do it excited. It's just because it's a bigger purchase and they feel guilty. So they usually go, yeah. Or they say, you know what, I'm gonna start with the cleanser moisturizer today. Okay, perfect. That's exactly where I would tell you to start. It's the only thing you ever say. That's exactly where I would tell you to start. And in your follow-up appointment with me, we can pick more things for you. Okay, and when you choose to share that with friends, you're gonna get extra free stuff, just like Lindsay did. So we're gonna pick your time for your follow-up appointment right now. We're just gonna get that on the books, okay? And then we're gonna figure out how many friends you want to join for your experience. Okay?
So that one, is that the spa?
Anything,
Okay.
anything.
And they would
Follow-up
all
meeting.
get the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't forget on the 29th, so what are we doing next week again?
You're not here.
Oh, yeah. So the room is open next week. So how many of you are going to make the trek here next week? You don't have to pay, okay? And get some booking done. How many of you? Yes, yes, yes. Who else is coming next week? Bring your books. If you don't know how to do bookings, booking calls, these girls will teach you, okay? Show up here next week. It's open. You know, I won't be here. I'll be in Atlanta. Stay tuned for an Atlanta challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's always a challenge when the mice away, cats away, the mice will play. The mice will earn some money and they'll earn some things from Atlanta. Yes. Oh yeah, who has not paid their $5? Their $5. $5. And then I have gifts for your guests. And if you haven't used your wish list, keep it so that you can see it. Okay, keep your stuff. If you haven't used your color card and you'd like to give it back, I would appreciate that because I can use it. So if anyone wants to see the things I give, here's what I give for the goodie bags. That's exactly what it looks like. Mini Sun hand lotion, a cleanser, and a eyeshadow in my business card. And like an often my emery boards at the dollar store. Oh, yeah. Cleansing cloths are great, yes. And the other thing, my warm chatter, did I show you my warm chatter thing? Oh, and we need to selfie. Here's my warm chatter thing. This works really, really well. Oh my God, it's working so well. So when I have a customer or whatever, it's a tea light that's got stuff on it because it was in my bag. But it's a tea light and pink Cadillac gummies and a little lip liner. Yeah, they're pink Cadillac gummies. It says, text me where you met me and you could win a free lipstick. And I go, hang on, you were so great today. Let me just give you a goodie bag. And then I just run. Text me where you met me. And then they text me. They're like, hey, it's Susan. I met you at Winners. I'm like, the first time I did it, I forgot I wrote that. And I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, great, you're in the draw. And you know what? To triple your chances, all we need to do is book your appointment with me. Would you like a customized makeover or a spa appointment? That's it. To triple your chances to win, all we need to do is book your appointment with me.
And then you give her the free lipstick when you get there?
Yeah, if she wins.
Oh,
But
thank
she just
you.
goes in a draw. It's a draw.
Okay.
So it's not you're getting one for sure. It's to get in the draw. Okay?
You actually only draw one.
I only draw one person. Yep.
I gotta go find a guy. Is anyone else?
Okay, wait, selfie. I bought a light.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at this. Oh, just, you know, throw it more people. For you, right? Okay, you ready? Selfie, get over here. Grouping. Yeah, look, good light though, right? If you want to find the light you got, then you got a good light. Okay, is everybody in?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're in, Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. There should be a good one there.
Should be. She works.
Okay, and then the week after that, what are we doing? 17th, 22nd. Yes, we're doing a challenge potluck. So don't forget potluck. Who wants to help organize the potluck so we don't all come with nothing? I need a potluck organizer. Help.
What? I need to go.
Oh, yeah. Are you driving?
No.
Oh, she's coming with you. Okay, good. I was like, you're not walking to the bus? Okay, love you. And if you're part of my Transformers Pace Setters group, I did a Transformers Pace Setter today. And then you ignored it. That's fine.
I was watching a video on Facebook when it came up, and I don't even, I'm still in. Boxer.
I was listening and I ignored it. I know. Get back in the swing. It's all good. And then the 29th, we're doing a spa night here, but we're simplifying from last time. That was effing too crazy. We're done. No,
So we're not doing.
I did 8 parties and I'm done with that.
So that page that you had from the.
Yeah,